Hello, welcome back to ArtStage. It's been like 2 or 3 years since I've last done this. However, I wanted to try and do some more things with Barney's World, and I thought that doing ArtStage, as in like my time-lapse works, would be kind of cool. So, this is Bryn McCauley. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She's the voice of Baby Bop in Barney's World, the upcoming CG animated series for the Barney franchise. Now, Baby Bop has gone through some changes. She debuted back in Barney in Concert, which was a home video release. It was the second to last tape in the Barney and the Backyard Gang series back in 1991. And when she debuted, she was played, her body actress was Dow Knight, her voice was Julie Johnson. Baby Bop had a very interesting costume. She was about the same height as Barney, which was a little insane. However, she was brought back again in the final tape for Barney and the Backyard Gang. Also in 1991, that was called Rock with Barney. She's actually on the front cover as well, and you can really see just how different everything was back then. It was kind of crazy. Now, at this time in 1991, the Lions Group, which was the production team behind Barney, they had signed a deal with PBS to bring Barney to television, and in 1992, Barney and Friends premiered on TV with its first season. Baby Bop was also brought over, exactly the same as she was in the Backyard Gang. Now she's played by Jenny Dempsey as the body actress, and Julie Johnson is also still the voice. Julie Johnson has been the voice of Baby Bop since 1991 in terms of its classic appearance, and you can see Baby Bop, again, is still the same height as Barney. It would run this way all the way through season 1. I don't remember if she showed up and Magical Musical Adventure. That was a home video released after season 1 and like right before the second season. But in the second season of Barney and Friends, Baby Bop would be much smaller. It's an entirely different costume made specifically to be smaller. And in this year, 1993, Cheryl Leach, the creator of Barney, also held a press conference. And during this conference, she was answering a bunch of different questions, but the topic of Baby Bop and just how all the characters have been changing their appearance came up, and she essentially said that to a child, however they imagine these characters is how they appear on the show. So the kids must have imagined her being smaller, so that's why she appears smaller. It comes from your imagination. But in reality, the reason she shrunk was to better reflect the fact that her character is 3 years old and not, she's 3 years old, yet she was the same height as Barney, which he's supposed to be the parental figure, which was kind of crazy. Now, at this time, she did not have a mouth mechanism yet. She kind of just talked by the body actor moving their head, and it kind of worked for a little bit. In the third season of Barney and Friends, they added a bit of a mouth bobbing mechanic to her mouth, so that anytime the body actor would move their head, the mouth would kind of move also with gravity and like this sort of spring mechanic, which was really cool. Now, from season 3 onward, her appearance would essentially stay the same. It of course got tweaked here and there. In the 7th season of Barney and Friends in, I believe, 2002, her costume was given like an automated mechanic to where if the voice actress spoke, the mouth would move automatically and reduce that need for the head bobbing sort of gimmick. However, this was removed not too terribly long after because, with Baby Bop's mouth being as thin and small as it is, a lot of the time that automated mechanic would not be visible or just apparent. So it made more sense to have the body actor move their head and bounce up and down, as opposed to letting this mechanic work and you can't even really see it. So yeah, Baby Bop's appearance has pretty much stayed the same since season 3 back in 1995, just with little tweaks here and there. But like, compared to the other dinosaurs, Barney and BJ, she's remained relatively similar, like all the way since the 90s, which I think is really cool. Now, with Barney's World, they of course tweaked her quite a bit, not too terribly much, but she does have some noticeable differences. She's not wearing her tutu slippers. Tutu slippers. She's not wearing her ballerina slippers anymore. She has what looks like pink toenails, or claws, I guess. They're not wearing shoes in Barney's World. And her colors, here's something that I thought was very interesting. Back in, the live action production of Barney, her colors were a bit darker. I said in the previous video that her colors were like the inverted shades of Barney. Barney is full purple and then the stomach is green, Baby Bop is like the opposite. Someone actually informed me that her colors are not actually green and purple. It was meant to be green and pink, but it's the shade that they use that make it come off as purple. In Barney's world, she's like very much a bright pink as her secondary color, which I think works. It's a little off-putting to me a little bit because I'm used to how it used to be. But it works. They did remove her bow, and that's something that I'm not too terribly fond of. I kind of wish they kept that because that is such a signature thing for her, but also it helps to flesh out the different details in her face. Her face is very just green in Barney's world, and it can be a little much from what we've seen when she's not wearing something on her head or, you know, any other sort of article of clothing, but she has a pretty nice design. I'm glad they didn't change her all that much. Her voice sounds really good. Apparently Bryn said that her inspiration was Julie Johnson. Of course, that's pretty much who it's going to be because that's the only other person that's played Baby Bop in such a wide setting. And yeah, I love what Barney's World is doing so far. I love the music. I'm very, very excited for what we're going to get. It premieres on October 11th. At the time of this recording, it's October 6th. So I'm looking forward to hopefully doing more Barney's World type artwork and things like that as time moves along. Here's the piece. I don't want to drag it out too long. I actually don't know how long this time lapse is going to be, but this is Bryn with the original Baby Bop and Barney's World Baby Bop. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this piece. What do you guys think of Barney's World and the different changes that they're being made and the different songs, all kinds of stuff. We're about to get into a whirlwind of promotion when it comes to Barney's World, and I'm very, very excited. I've said it so many times during the videos, but like, it's been so long since Barney's been at the forefront and in the public eye, and who knows what Mattel's going to do in terms of its promotion and like the full scope of the merchandise. We haven't really seen a lot when it comes to that, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun seeing what comes later this year, but also in early 2025. You know, we're going to be covering it on the channel as we always do with Barney's stuff, so keep an eye out for that. And again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You can see this full piece, hopefully in its full original quality, on my Instagram. Go to the description. It'll be HEDGE Museum Stage. That's where I post all of my artwork for this channel and all just channel stuff in general. It's mostly Barney, but like, that's where I post a lot of this stuff. So go check it out, give me a follow, and as always, thank you guys for boarding my rainbow line. I'll see you guys at the next stop. See you.
Well, come on, BJ. We gotta go. Come on, quick.
Brandon, Helen, Emilia, Amanda, Andrew, Austin, Autistic Disney, Chaco, Ian, Luke, Matthew, Quirky Girl,